Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel once again. And for today's video I'm going to share one more team actually for the Fighting Cup, and rather the Fighting Cup remix. So last season we have got Fighting Cup, but this season they have banned 4 Pokemons in the Fighting Cup, calling it remix. And the 4 Pokemons is going to be Hakamo, Komoho, that's the part dragon types that are just fightings as well. Apart from that, it's Buzzwole and Sneasler, which was extremely good in this meta. Like that is the reason they have got banned. But nevertheless, this Fighting Cup remix is still stale for me because I'm not going to play too much into this. So this is going to be the first and maybe the last video for the Fighting Cup remix, because I wanted to try out 2 Pokemons, which is going to be the Farfetch'd, the Galarian Farfetch'd, and Poliwrath. So Poliwrath with partial water typing on it does make it a really good pick in this meta, along with the spammy moveset of Mudshot, Ice Punch, and Scald over here. Apart from it, Galarian Farfetch'd is very good pick as well. Apart for its moveset rather, because fairy not fairy, it's Fury Cutter and Leaf Blade does make a very spammy moveset, along with Brave Bird for nuking any Pokemon in this meta without shield, because it's Fighting Cup. But though it's very extremely squishy. But that is the reason I'm going to use these two picks, with Farfetch'd in the lead and Poliwrath in my safe swap, and the super good closure for this cup, which is going to be Toxicroak. And Toxicroak with shield or maybe energy advantage can easily give me wins in this scenario. So that is the reason I'm using it as a closer, and Farfetch'd in the lead, which can guarantee me some shield. So this is the team comp and the thought process that I had while building this team. And without further more delay, let's quickly jump into the battles and check out how this team performed. Moving into the first battle and picking up a lead against Throh over here, which is again another good pick because it have got access to Butt that hits for super effective damage all throughout the meta over here, because everything you have access to is fighting. So that is the reason I'll be going for the first Brave Bird, ensuring the knockout over here. That's the reason I'm using the Galarian Farfetch'd in the lead, to which now I will be safe swapping into my own Poliwrath over here and getting the first shield with Scald as they switch over to the Hisuian Sneasel over here, to which they do have access to poison jabs that hit for neutral and aerial ace that hits for super effective. But since I will be out spamming them to the next Scald as well, so I'll be going for the next Scald that does ensure the knockout for the Sneasler as well, and to which now they comes back with their own Poliwrath. So Poliwrath is really good because now I will be getting the final shield from my own from my opponent's Poliwrath over here, but now they are loaded, so I have to come back with my own Galarian Farfetch'd to soak up the Mud Bomb over here. That ends up being a Sludge Bomb, which is even better. And now I'll be coming back with my own Toxicroak with his shield advantage, but my opponent recognizes their fate and top lives the game over here. GG's. Moving into the next battle, I pick up a lead against Toxicroak. This is kind of tough because this Toxicroak is actually running Poison Jab. So this is for neutral once again, and rather than going for the bait over here, I'll be going for the nuke once again, and then I'll be switching out. So this is the reason I'm using, I have already mentioned, but still I'm going to mention once again, this is the reason I'm using Galarian Farfetch'd in the lead to guarantee shield or maybe guarantee knockout, to which now they comes out with their own this is going to be it's kind of a fighting and grass type. Is going to be Chestnut. Yeah, I forgot his name. It's going to be Chestnut, so that will be getting neutral damage with these ice punches over here, which will get the final shield from my opponent's end. And this is going to be really nice for me because now I'll be coming back with my own Galarian Farfetch'd to soak up the energy, and this ends up being energy ball that is really good because now from this kind of range I can easily come back with my own Toxicroak and easily get the whole farm down onto this Chestnut for a huge amount of energy, which is my strategy over here, because now they'll be going for the superpower that drops his defense once again, and after building off almost 1.5 mud bomb, I believe. Yeah, it was almost 1.5 mud bomb, to which now I'll be going for the next mud bomb onto my opposing Toxicroak, but not before they throw me a mud bomb and ensures the shield from my end. To which now I'll be going for the next mud bomb, which will not guarantee the knockout, rather which I undercharge desperately to have some more energy. To which now they comes back with, I believe that's going to be yeah, that's going to be a Machamp. I totally miscued it actually, so which is not looking good, because now I should have went for the Sludge Bomb, and rather I went for the Mud Bomb, which does not knocks the Machamp out, and now they comes back with their Toxicroak that gets knocked out with the counter, and I do get the win for the second battle here as well. Moving into the fourth battle, I pick up a lead, third battle rather, I pick up a lead against Scrafty. So Scrafty is definitely spicy and I believe a tough pick, because if it is facing any other fighting type, it's going to take the super crit damage because of its part dark type as well. But apart from it, it can resist all other typings, maybe some like ghost or dark, anything other moves. That is the reason I'll be coming back with my own Poliwrath in this scenario, and let's see what my opponent decides to do over here. So I'll be going for the first called, which ensures the second shield from my opponent's end as well, and they will be going up for like boosting up the attacks once again, and they are actually now I believe quadruple or triple boosted, which is not really great. That is the reason I have to shield up this power up punch, which might be doing a bit of damage this time. So I'll be going for the heart farm down, which I do get, and now let's see what they comes back in with. So they comes back within a Hitmonchan. So Hitmonchan is also a really good Pokemon, kind of a nuke as well, but it have got no bulk stats. So that is the reason I'll be going for the next Sludge Bomb, which does hit very hard, and let's see what they again come back with. So that's going to be their own Toxicroak over here. So I'll be going for the next Mud Bomb, which does super good damage, but I cannot like farm it down with counters as well. So now I'll be coming back with my own Galarian Farfetch'd once again, and just in time I'll be reaching to the next Leaf Blade that ensures the knockout and gives me the win for the third battle here also. So GG's tournament, really well played. Moving into the fourth battle, I pick up a lead against Hitmonchan over here. Sorry, beg your pardon, Hitmonchan. So Hitmonchan is also a really good Pokemon, which I have used in my last season on the Fighting Cup, because it have got access to Power Up Punch, counter Power Up Punch combo, along with some elemental punches, that's Ice, Fire and Thunder Punch as well. To which they goes for the bait this time, and now I'll be going for the next Leaf Blade once again after shielding once. So now I'm happy to let my Farfetch'd go down, because it have done its job, taking both the shield from my opponent's end, which is really nice. And now I'll be letting this charge move go through once again, which ends up being a power up punch, which is great, but now I have to shield up. So I was not counting quick rather, so this ends up being a power up punch once again, which I thought it would be a thunder punch, but I cannot farm it down. So I have to throw up this Mud Bomb, which I undercharge, but definitely it will get knocked out as well from this kind of range. And let's see what my opponent does have in their backline, which ends up being a Poliwrath, and I will CMP over Poliwrath anytime with Toxicroak. So I'll be going for the next Sludge Bomb that hits very hard, and it's a CMP type, as I've already mentioned. So they will be going for the Ice Punch or maybe a Scald. Yeah, it's going to be Ice Punch, which is resisted, but still it does take it out. And the final Pokemon from my opponent's end is going to be once again Toxicroak. So I'll be losing CMP this time once again, as I've already mentioned in my case. So a Toxicroak does win CMP over Poliwrath in this scenario. So I'll be going for the next Scald over here, and I have to get the farm down with the Mud Shot, which I think I'll be able to do just in time before they could reach to the next Mud Bomb, and I'll be going to have enough energy for the next Scald for the very low Poliwrath on my opponent's end, and it is going to be a good game from my opponent's end as well. So GG's. Moving into the fifth battle, I pick up a lead against Primeape over here. So Primeape is also having access to very spamming moveset of Night Slash, which is useless in this scenario, and close combat and cross chop, which is kind of good, to be honest. To which now I'll be shielding up once, and now I'll be going for the next Leaf Blade. So if they're going for a close combat, which they are, so I'll be shielding up once and I'll be going for the next Leaf Blade. And I think they came back with their own yeah, it's a Beware over here, to which Beware is also a very risky pick because of its part normal typing on it. So I'll be letting this Drain Punch go through, which does barely any damage to this Toxicroak, and I get a bit of extra farm on the Beware as well. And now let's see what they comes back with So they comes back with their own Toxicroak once again. So I believe since my Toxicroak is actually a rank 1 Toxicroak, I will be losing CMP tie. But that was a deliberate CMP tie lose because I do want to get some kind of extra energy, because I was ahead on energy that time as well. To which now they comes back with their own Primeape once again. So I could not switch back into my Farfetch'd because my switch club was not back up. So I'll be going for the next catch over here onto my Farfetch'd, which I trivially lose, and now it's going to be a very close game because they do have so much energy, and if they can farm me down after a Sludge Bomb, they can easily win the game. But from this kind of range, I am not sure they will be able to do so, because I'll be reaching to the next called, which will be enough to get the knockout for this Toxicroak and indeed giving me the win for the battle here as well. That is a good set, 5-0 set, but I'll not stop here. So I'll be sharing one more video with you guys, which is going to be the bonus one, and to which I'll be catching one more Toxicroak lead into the Fighting Cup Remix. So this is going to be a Mud Bomb, which I'll never let it go, and now I'll be going for the Hail Mary Brave Bird. So Brave Bird, if it land, it's either going to knock out or get me the first shield, which I get, which is definitely good for me, because now I'll be quickly swapping into my own Poliwrath over here, and I can take one more Mud Bomb from this kind of range as well. But I was counting this time rather, so I thought this might be a sludge bomb, which rather it was. So that's a good shield which I have used up, and now I'll be going for the next called, getting the knockout for the Toxicroak over here, and now I'll be coming back. They'll be coming back rather with a Sneasler. So Sneasler, I'll be going for the bait the next time, which ends up getting the shield this time as well. To which now I'll be going for the Scald once again. So Scald might get the knockout from this kind of range, but I was not able to do so. To which now they comes back with their own Poliwrath that is running Bubble. So I believe Bubble is not a great moveset in this scenario. Mud Shot would be even better because Toxicroak is there, so Mud Shot would do super active damage in this scenario as well, because it's part poison also. To which now they will be going for the next Ice Punch, and the win condition from their end is going to get the shield down with their Ice Punches, and then releasing me with their own Sneasler this time. To which now I'll be letting this next charge move also go through, because I was counting up correctly, so it was just an Ice Punch, and now they comes back with this Sneasler for the snipe. So this was their win con, which I'll be letting this air slash blocked with this shield, and I'll be getting the hard farm onto this Sneasler. To which now they comes back with their Poliwrath, and one counter goes through and gets me the game as well. So this team worked out superbly for me because of the lead of Farfetch'd. So Farfetch'd was really good, and that will be all for this video. See you again in the next one. Till then, peace.